These are the items I'm actually working with. I have my fabric, I have my pattern paper, and also have my measuring book, my scissors, and my tailoring tape. Yeah, of course, water to sprinkle when high on it. And without further ado, I want to draft it first on this pattern paper because I'm managing this fabric. It's 2.5 yards and I'm sewing it for a plus size first. So the first thing to do is to open my pattern paper like this. This is the front piece we are about to draft. We'll use this front piece to cut the back piece. I've marked 1 inch down from this hem of my pattern paper. And I will draw a straight line. And this will be my starting line. Please go ahead and do the same thing. The neck line of this dress is going to be for the front. I'm going to make it a little bit wider. I'm using 4.5 for the front. I'm using 4.5. Then for the back, I'm going to use 3 inch for the back. I mark 3 inch for the back. The wideness of this neckline, I'm going to use 5 inch because I don't need it tight. I connect it like this. Yeah, I'll still connect this one to here. That's it. I will come down by 1 inch and slope the shoulder. I'm down by 1 inch and I connect to the neckline. Yeah. I'm going to add my sewing allowance of 1/2 inch and I will still connect it back to the neckline. This is it. 1/2 inch. That will serve as my sewing allowance. I will now connect it back to the neckline. Yes. So from my shoulder line, I'm marking my armhole line, which is 9. I'm drawing a straight line. From this armhole line, I'm going to put our bust circumference divided by 4. The bust I'm working with is 44. 44 divided by 4 is 11 inch. So 11, this 11. And then I will add 2 inch. 1 inch for east allowance and 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So total I have 2 inch here. Did not include the shoulder measurement. The shoulder I'm working with is 8.5, which is 17 inch. So 17 divided by 2 is going to be 8.5. So plus 1/2 inch sewing allowance, that is going to be 9 inch. To get this line, to get a straight line from here to here, I'm going to mark the same shoulder line here. Remember I marked 9 inch. The shoulder I'm working is 17 inch. Yeah, 17 divided by 2 supposed to be 8.5. But I'm not going to mark 8.5. I'm going to include sewing allowance. That was the reason why I marked 9. Sorry, I marked 9. So I'm going to repeat that same 9 here to get a straight line. I will now connect this 9 to this one here. I have my straight line. Yes. Yes. This is the back neck. This is the back neckline. Let me indicate. This is the front. B is for back. F is for front. Moving on. Hip circumference divided by 4 here. Our hip circumference is 47. 47 divided by 4, I'm having 11.75. 47 divided by 4 is 11.75. I'm going to round it off to the nearest whole number, which is 12. So I will mark 12 here. I'm marking 12 here. Remember, as I said, it's not going to be a shaping dress. Instead, it's going to be a free dress. I had 1 inch for east an extra 1 inch for sewing. I'm going to add more inch at this end. Yeah, because I really want it to be free here. I'm going to add, because I'm managing fabric, I'm going to add 2 extra inch here. This is what I'm doing. See, please look at what I'm doing. I extend this line, and this is the, so I'm going to connect this armhole, this point to this point. That is why I place my pattern master this way. Look at the way I connect it. I now connect it. I connect it. Any more thing, I'm going to come up here by, because I need it round at the side. I'm going to come up here by 1.5 inch. Then connect it to the middle of this. Yeah. Or 1 inch. Let me make it 1 inch. I don't need to be too much curve. About 1 inch. I'm going to blend it down to the middle of this hip line. Yeah. This is what we now have at the side. Put our armhole curve. Yeah. So I find the middle of this line. Can do it this way. Since it's 9 already, you should know that it's 4.5. Yeah. So I mark 4.5 here. I'm going to connect it. It's what I have now. So I'm going to cut it out. Please, we are going to cut out this. Out. In this one here, not this one. This is actually the front piece. I've decided to use my pattern to cut the front piece so that before sewing, I have to trim off this neckline. Let me measure it. Okay, it's 1.5 inch. I will mark it from my fabric and trim it off. I will show you that 1.5 inch. So I want to use this to cut the back side, because in the back side, I need to do some adjustment. Yeah. I want to add how low I need. Can determine, I want to add 7 inch. 7 inch to it. Please go my 7 inch. I want to connect it like a kind of round. I'm not using pattern paper. I want to make it to serve as a guide. I'm not using pattern paper. I'm going to use my free hand to make it, yeah, like to give me what I want. Kind of round. Can you see that? Yeah. So, from the zipper allowance, I will mark 1 inch. I mark here 1 inch, down here 1 inch. 1 inch. There's it. I can now cut it out. After all, this is the back neck line. For the front, I'll still trim it off a little. Yeah. The shoulder. I'll also trim it out. This is the armhole. This is the armhole. So this is the front piece. I'm marking 1.5 inch. Yeah. I want to trim it. Use my hand to connect it. same. So I'm going to trim it off. I'm trimming it off. Yeah. That is it. That is all for the cutting. This small piece to cut out my facing. Yeah. I'm simply marking, tracing the neckline in this piece. Then remove it, curve it. Curve it. That is my facing. I'm cutting it out. This is the back facing. For this front facing, I've also placed my material on fold. As you can see, yeah, it's on fold. And I'm going to align this folded edge with this folded edge to cut out my facing. Remember, this one is going to be one piece. It's only the back that is going to be two pieces because of the center back opening. The same thing I do with the back, I'm repeating it here. For the sake of this tutorial, that's why I'm marking. I want this particular place. I'm marking it. I mark. I'm holding the pin now. Make use of these 3 inches I have down here. Here at this shoulder side, make use of 2.5. Weave it all around. So it's time for us to sew. Place my fabric this way, right side facing. Go ahead and stitch it all around. I can stitch. Push it around. Give it a very good notch, but don't cut the stitch. The next thing is to flip it and to stitch toward the facing. I will repeat the same process for the 3 pieces. Go. I only iron the front piece. As for the back piece, when I attach the shoulder, that is when I'll go ahead to iron. I'll also do the same thing to this side of the back. Of the back piece, I'll iron it flat. I'm marking 1 inch out for the zipper allowance. This is 1 inch. Come here, I measure 1 inch. 1 inch. See. Let me use 1 inch below our waistline. That is where my slit is. Stitch down the slits. Yeah. So I'm going to stitch it down. I actually sewed this slit down, but after sewing, I did not like the outcome. I have to loosen it. Use my hemming gun. Iron it down. Then after iron it, you know hemming gun now. If you wash like 2 times, it's going to pull up. So I use thread and needle to secure two less, just to make it firm, so that even if any gum goes out, the cloth will I achieve that. I'll go up like 4 inch. Use my thread and needle. Bring it up. Now only with this, because I do not want it to show. Only this flip I'm stitching. Only this flip. I'm not sewing on the main fabric. I will now pick small quantity of this dress. Small in the way that it will not show. I will now cut it. Not here, but here. So that I will be able to tighten it back. Is it? Is it? Guys, look at it. It's not even showing. It's not. Repeat this same process here. Last thing to attach to this dress is a sleeve. And mark the center. This mesh it with the center of this sleeve. Pin it. I think I should pin it up for you guys to see. Pin it. Pin it round, sew it round, and also sew it this way. I'm going to also bend this sleeve small, like this. Armhole of the sleeve is the same with the armhole of this your dress. It's going to, you will get the same result. One will not be longer than one. Can you see? It's the same. Mark our 1 inch down. 1 inch. 1 inch. I'm going to join it down to this side. So go ahead and do the same. I will do it off camera to save. This is how far we have gone. I'm going to iron it very well. Iron it very well. This is the back piece. Look at our sleeve. Very neat. Very beautiful. That's it. Very neat. I really like the way this dress turned out to be. Guys, look at it. Hem it. I'm going to hem this dress. So I will simply do it this way. I'll go to my machine, bend it this way, and hem it just once because I've weaved it around. So that after that, I will iron it and bring it out for you guys to see. We are done with ironing. And this is the final look of the dress. Look at it. Very beautiful. This is the shorts. Look at it. Very beautiful. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see how I make this beautiful shirt.